Hey guys, Jess with Peekaboo Wreaths. Okay, so we are back. We are working on our fall wreath. It has to do with like burgundies and like mustard yellows and creams. So it took me a minute, but I figured out what we're gonna do for this bow. I'm getting really excited and really inspired, and it's a good place to be in. So what I'm thinking here, if you didn't check out our last video, we created our wreath base and we used these gorgeous tones right here, like a mustard yellowish golden cream, which looks white on camera, but it is cream, and burgundy. And make sure you check out that last video so that you can create along with us. I'm getting really excited, and I'm thinking what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna start off with this really pretty 4-inch burgundy color, which will match our bow or our wreath perfectly. We're gonna use this really pretty, it's like orange, and it also ties in like this almost like olive green, brownish tone. We have this gorgeous sunflowers with these dark leaves and some berries, another burgundy or maroon, this really pretty leaf pattern where it draws in all the different colors and the different fall tones, and then this mustard yellow I believe we're going to use on top. So you might be wondering, why are we using orange? And here's what I was thinking. I know that there isn't any orange in the mesh, it's true, but here's the thing. Orange is gorgeous for fall, and we're not going to be using any pumpkins in this wreath. But what I really like doing in the ribbons that I choose for my bows is incorporating the different colors and different tones and different patterns, using solids and patterns, and it all connects. So like this brown in here connects to this brown in here, and the orange in here connects to the orange in here. So there's a thought process behind it all. So let me also show you real quick. We're talking about sunflowers, and that means we need to put some sunflowers in the wreath, right? We can't just be letting that ribbon, well, technically we could just let that ribbon go with the sunflowers, but that's not how it goes around here. So look how pretty I have these maroon or burgundy. I believe they are mums or hydrangea or peonies. Let me know what they are. It doesn't have the tag on it anymore. But we have that, which matches that maroon color. We have these really pretty sunflowers. They come in, this bush was from, I believe, Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And it has different size, Hobby Lobby. It was originally $10.99. It was in the fall section, 5115-647. And it has lots of gorgeous leaves, which you can also push up and even add into the wreath by itself. Lots of different, you can bend the stems as well, which I really like. And I like how it's like, there's bigger ones, there's smaller ones, there's some with more leaves, some with less leaves. I like how that gives a really pretty natural look. And we also have some gorgeous, these aren't just fall leaves, these are dark fall leaves. And that is like my name, my business name, Peekaboo Wreath, it's all in the details. And if we're using these colors in the bow, we can't just be using bright orange fall leaves. We have to use the dark, moody colors that are being incorporated in this wreath. So we are going to be using these fall leaves, which are nice dark maroons, yellows, greens, burnt oranges, which are the same colors that we're going to be using in the bow. So I have a bunch of those. I even have this pretty, I only have one, but I'm going to use it because it's gorgeous. But look how pretty that is. There's like little berries in here. There's different leaves. And I even have one of these leaf picks. It's like this really pretty like tobacco brown. And it has different variations in the leaf colors too. Yes, I seem a little too passionate about the fall leaves. Can you hear that sound? Okay, I know it's still summertime. All right, anyways, moving on. Okay, so let's make this bow, and then we will, I was gonna say, let's make this bow and we'll be good to go. It sounded a little corny, but it is what we're doing here. So I'm just going to be, we have the 4-inch ribbon. I'm going to be cutting this edge here I always dovetail the edges, and there we go. All right, so it just gives us more of a finished look, and there we go. So yes, this was 4-inch, and we're not going to be adding a sign on this wreath. We are just having the bow steal the show. I'm sorry, I'm rhyming. It is what it is. So I'm stretching out this tail. It's about 10 inches long, and gathering it, and then I'm going to be creating two loops on each side of the bow. I put it down in there, I twist. There is a right side and a wrong side to this ribbon, or an unfinished side, I should say. It's not wrong, it's just unfinished. So we're just gathering it here. I usually make my loops about 5 or 6 inches. When it is the 4-inch ribbon, I do tend to make them a little bit smaller because they are wide and it looks pretty that way. So here we go. We are just going to gather it, put it down in that bow maker. I do use a bow dabra. It just serves as like an extra set of hands and allows me to make the wreath loops a little bit easier without having to hold the whole bow in my hand. So here we go. We're just stretching it out the 5 inches or so. Let's see what this is. This is 11 to 5, so it's about 6 inches. Making sure that both loops are the same length because you want it to look symmetrical. So we're just gathering it, putting it down in the middle there. And then as I build my bow, I like to spread out the loops. I do tend to do like 2 on each side, then 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm cutting this off, and then I'm gonna dovetail the end there too. I do like to use straight pins to help keep my ribbon under control as it's being stored. But it just helps it so it doesn't, because I always use wired ribbon, and it allows me for it not to get all wrinkly and you know. All right, so we're cutting off the edge. There we go. So it's dovetailed on both ends. Opening up those loops a little bit. Okay, we are going to use this one for the next set of loops. I like this one a lot. I got this one online. A lot of these ribbons I do buy from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby does have really good quality fall ribbons. They have really good, most of their Christmas ribbons are good quality too. But some of it is a little bit hit or miss. So you just have to see which ones are good quality and go for it. I'll just go in about 1/2 inch on each side so that the loops are all able to be seen when the bow is created. The way that I do create my bows, it's from the bottom up. So the very top layer of the bow will be the top of the bow. I don't have to like flip it over or do anything crazy like that. It's just building as it goes. So like you saw the magenta one was, or what color is this? This burgundy, is this maroon? I know it's not magenta. Magenta is a brighter pink. And do you know how I remember that? Anybody watch Blue's Clues with their kids or their grandkids? There's a little character on there. Her name is Magenta. She's adorable, and she's a little puppy, and her color is magenta. All right, moving on. Okay, so we have that one. Now we're gonna go to this one. I do tend to start with I go from widest to narrowest width usually on my ribbons. I did 2, 1, so this will be 2. Just gathering it a little bit and turning it each time. If you just put it through straight, it would, you have to turn it every time, otherwise the unfinished side would be facing up, and that would not be the best look. So we're just bringing it in about 1/2 inch on each set of loops, and then kind of spreading them out as we go. This ribbon was bought from Hobby Lobby in their fall section. I think their fall ribbons and all their fall supplies just went down to 40% off. It was 30 for a little bit, but I think I've seen online now it's 40. I don't know if they go much, the percent off goes much lower than that until like the very end of the season when it goes down to like, I think they do, it changes the way that they do their pricing structure. It used to go down to like 75% off right away, but now they do like 66% off, then 75% off, and then they do 90 eventually, which is when the lines start up real early in the morning. I've done it before. I don't do it every year. Last year I made some fall wreaths, and they didn't really seem to sell the best at the time, so I didn't stock up for fall the next year. But then it seemed like throughout the winter time, sorry about that pause. Throughout the winter time, I ended up selling most of them, so I don't know what exactly happened there, but okay. So here we go. We're gonna use this mustard yellow here. This one is 1.5 inches wide, so I'm all done with my 2-inch wide ones. I'm going on to 1.5 inch. Just making each loop about 1/2 inch shorter than the one before. If I was using a sign on this wreath, I might make, I might use a few less ribbons possibly. Maybe, who are we kidding? I like big bows. I might use a little bit less in the bow because there is a sign for it to be the attention. To go to the sign, but we are not having a sign in this wreath. The florals and the bow are going to be demanding the attention and stealing the show, which is just fine. Okay, so I did one on that. I'm going to be doing 2 on this one, 2 loops on each side, I should say. And I might, and this one is so gorgeous. It incorporates all the different colors and shades. Looking back in that wreath, I did use cream colored mesh. I could have used burlap with all the burlap tones and textures in this bow, but I do have the cream in here with this sunflower and then this leaf ribbon and this one that I'm using currently. Doesn't have cream in it, but it does have a really pretty gold sheen around the leaves, which helps incorporate the golden tone in the mesh and the mustard yellows in this bow as well. So I am making these loops a little bit bigger. I'm just kind of pulling them. If you don't make them exactly even, you can pull them a little bit to kind of even it all out. I think I'm gonna I originally was gonna use this burlap color as the top ribbon in there, but I think I'm going to just put a sunflower right there in the middle. So I'm gonna leave that open. So you will be able to see the pipe cleaner when I put it in, because I do have that plan to put one of those smaller sunflower heads in the middle of that bow once I have it on my wreath. Here we go. If you do get a bow dabber like this, it will not let the ribbons go. Like this one is kind of letting them pop out. This one has been well used. I've probably made close to 500 bows on that, so it's definitely worth its money. So here we go. I just twist it around underneath. So then I have a long part of a pipe cleaner here, and then I just put it down into my wreath. So then we're just gonna pull our tails in the order that we put them in, so that everything is going the right way. I have a tendency to put my thumb right here while I'm yanking on those that nothing comes out, even though I know it won't, because I made sure I tightened that pipe cleaner really well. And then I'm just putting the order 1 and then 2. These go more in the middle. And then we have these 2 here. 1, 2, 1, and then 2. So there you go. There is our bow. We'll put a nice sunflower right here. There we go. And there's our tails. Next time I see you, we will be putting this into our wreath and adding our ribbon tails in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you are thinking about fall wreaths and fall decor in your home. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.